Tzena, 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 can't you hear the music playing in the city square? Tzena, 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 come where all our friends will find us with the dancers there. Tzena, Tzena, join the celebration. There'll be people there from every nation. Dawn will find us laughing in the sunlight, dancing in the city square. Tzena, Tzena, come and dance the hora. 1, 2, 3, 4. All the boys will envy me for Tzena, Tzena. When the band is playing, my heart say Tzena, Tzena, Tzena.
Friends, if you've been dancing to this song the last year, you'd like to know maybe that it came to us from the new land of Israel. We're singing now not only those new English words that we made up for that record with Gordon Jenkins, but also the original Hebrew words of this song that was written for lots of people to sing and dance together.
Tzena, 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 haben auf der Rena Chayalim b'machshava. Alna, 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 ich ja bena mi ben Chai, jelish tzaba. Tzena, Tzena, haben auf der Rena Chayalim b'machshava. Alna, 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 ich ja bena mi ben Chai, jelish tzaba.
Tzena, Tzena, haben auf der Rena Chayalim b'machshava.
Tzena, Tzena, haben auf der Rena Chayalim b'machshava. Alna, 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 ich ja bena mi ben Chai, jelish tzaba.
There'll be people there from every single nation. Dawn will find us laughing in the sunlight, dancing, dancing, dancing with my Tzena. Tzena, 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 Tzena.
We're going to take a musical trip around the world, stopping off in 4 different countries and picking up and singing and playing a different dance tune from each one without skipping a beat. Wherever we go, people singing and dancing together in the most perfect neighborly harmonies and rhythms. Now, the first foreign country we're going to visit is the state of Arkansas, where the people kick up their heels and the banjo kicks up the dust, and the music is called Flop-Eared Mule.
They might not call it a hoedown, but it still have the same rhythm, be a polka, mazurka, something like that. Hey! Hey! Israel, they wouldn't call it a polka. Be a big circle dance called the horan. This is it.
Artzalinu, 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 Artzalinu. Vacharashnu v'gamzaranu, Vacharashnu v'gamzaranu, Aval lo katzarnu, Aval lo katzarnu, Aval lo katzarnu, Aval lo katzarnu.
coming back across the ocean, down in the West Indies, a little song called Hey Lally Lally Lally, Hey Lally Lally Lo, Hey Lally Lally Lally, Hey Lally Lally Lo.
Married man will keep your secret,
Hey Lally Lally Lo.
single boy will talk about
Hey Lally Lally Lo, Hey Lally Lally Lally, Hey Lally Lally Lo, Hey Lally Lally Lally, Hey Lally Lally Lo.
Well, all the girls just love me so.
Hey Lally Lally Lo,
'Cause I don't tell everything I know.
Hey Lally Lally Lo, Hey Lally Lally Lally, Hey Lally Lally Lo, Hey Lally Lally Lally, Hey Lally Lally Lo. Sing this song in every land, dance together hand in hand. Hey lally lally lally, hey lally lally lo, hey lally lally lally, hey lally lally lo, hey lally lally lally, hey lally lally lo, hey lally lally lally, hey lally lally lo. So long, it's been good to know ya. So long, it's been good to know ya. So long, it's been good to know ya. What a long time since I've been home, and I gotta be drifting along. I've sung this song, but I'll sing it again, of the people I've met and the places I've been, some of the troubles that bothered my mind, and a lot of good people that I've left behind, singing so long, it's been good to know ya. So long, it's been good to know ya. So long, it's been good to know ya. What a long time since I've been home, and I gotta be drifting along.
The sweethearts sat in the dark and they sparked. They hugged and they kissed in that dusty old dark. They sighed and they cried and they hugged and they kissed. But instead of marriage, they talked like this, honey.
So long, it's been good to know ya. So long, it's been good to know ya. So long, it's been good to know ya. What a long time since I've been home, and I gotta be drifting along.
I went to your family and I asked them for you. They all said, take her, oh take her, please do. She can't cook or sew and she won't scrub your floor. So I put on my coat, tiptoed out the door, singing
so long, it's been good to know ya. So long, it's been good to know ya. So long, it's been good to know ya. What a long time since I've been home, and I gotta be drifting along.
I went down the street to the grocery store. It was crowded with people, both rich and both poor. I asked the man how his butter was sold. He said 1 pound of butter for 2 pounds of gold. I said,
so long, it's been good to know ya. So long, it's been good to know ya. So long, it's been good to know ya. What a long time since I've been home, and I gotta be drifting along.
Well, the telephone rang till it jumped off the wall. That was the preacher, he was making his call. He says, we're waiting to tie the knot. You're getting married, believe it or not. Well, the church was jammed, the church it was packed. The pews were crowded from the front to the back. 1,000 friends waited to kiss my new bride. When I was so anxious, I rushed her outside, told him, so long, it's been good to know ya. So long, it's been good to know ya. So long, it's been good to know ya. What a long time since I've been home, and I gotta be drifting along.
Irene, good night. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams.
We learned this song, Irene, from a friend of ours. His name was Hughie Ledbetter. He called himself Leadbelly, king of the 12-string guitar. Some people thought he was the greatest folk singer that ever lived in America. We knew him best as a rememberer of folk songs, and he taught us dozens of them, especially Irene. This was his theme song, and he sang it for over 30 years before he died. Well, he died before Irene got to be known to so many millions of Americans. Hudie had a hard and wonderful life. It's over now, but his songs are still very much alive.
Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams.
Last Saturday night I got married. Me and my wife settled down. Now me and my wife are parting. I'm gonna take another stroll downtown. Well, Irene, good night. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams.
Sometimes I live in the country. Sometimes I live in town. Sometimes I take a great notion to jump into the river and drown.
Well, Irene, good night. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams.
Stop rambling. Stop your gambling. Stop staying out late at night. Go home to your wife and family. Stay there by your fireside bright.
Well, Irene, good night. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams. She had a dark and a roving eye, and her hair hung down in ringlets. She was a nice girl, a proper girl, but one of the roving kind.
You know, sailors like to sing about ships, and they like to sing about women, and sometimes they get them mixed up and sing about both at the same time. Now as I cruised out one evening upon a night's career, I spied a lofty clipper ship, and to her I did steer. I hoisted up my signals, which she so quickly knew, and when she saw me smile at her, she immediately hove to.
She had a dark and a roving eye, and her hair hung down in ringlets. She was a nice girl, a proper girl, but one of the roving kind.
Oh, pardon me, she says to me, for being out so late. But if my parents heard of it, then sad would be my fate. My father, he's in politics, a good and righteous man. My mother is an acrobat. I do the best I can.
She had a dark and a roving eye, and her hair hung down in ringlets. She was a nice girl, a proper girl, but one of the roving kind.
Well, I took her for some fish and chips and treated her so fine. Hardly did I realize she was the roving kind. Well, I kissed her lips, I missed her lips, and found to my surprise she was nothing but a pirate ship rigged up in a disguise.
She had a dark and a roving eye, and her hair hung down in ringlets. She was a nice girl, a proper girl, but one of the roving kind.
So come all you good sailor men who sail the wintry seas. Come all you apprentice lads, a warning take from me. Beware of them there clipper ships, they'll be the ruin of you. For 'twas there she made me walk the plank and pushed me under too.